Let's go. Get up. It's that club, baby. You hear that? We can't sit down to that. Okay.
Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy, Sheik Luch, LOXD Block, Silverback. Hey, yo, right now I need to shout out the ISUPK classes.
I want to give a huge, big, humongous shout out to all the UPK schools.
We can't sit down to that.
Shout out to Black Watch, hosted by General Johanna. Word, I need y'all to check out Cross the Line Radio as well, man. They've been open all week from 7 to 9. They ain't shut down because of the corona, the COVID, and all that. They rockin' strong, you know what I mean?
Think we got a problem, but really it ain't though. It's one of me and these bitches, I count about 3, 4. Think we got a problem, but homie just all talk. He ain't gon' pop a balloon with a pitchfork. Nah, think we got a problem in the club with this dog. Rude boys, dogs, ladies, everybody.
Yeah. Shalom, Lord in Christ. Can y'all see me? I'm standing right in front of your screen. Can you see me? Nah, too loud. Hold on a second. I'm on my way on over there. 1 second. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me good. Turn this around this way. All right. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. Test, mic check. 1 second here. Hey, shalom, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah. To the brothers, shalom, shamar, alatam Hashem Yahushua. To the sisters, this is ISUPK Delaware. Of course, y'all know ISUPK started out of 1 West Harlem, New York, under Commander General Johanna, 125th. Salaki. We out here at 1232 North King Street. You know, make sure y'all come get in class, man. We about to do Lashawan Qadash, you know, and we starting from the top. You know, we starting from the very beginning, the ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, and, you know, just kind of getting the understanding of what these letters mean. Because eventually these letters is going to help you to be able to interpret and read the Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we definitely getting into today. So we picking up from last week. Last week we did the ancient Hebrew. You know, we did from A to Z, from I all the way to Tha. We did the ancient Hebrew. Today we're going to try to get into the Assyrian. All right. We also did some numbers last week as well. If y'all checked into that, we did 1 to 5. So we're going to try to get to 10 today. So, you know, check this out. What I'm going to do, because I kind of started on it last week, going over what each letter means. So I'm going to start off with that, go from I to Tha with that. And then what we're going to try to do is a little bit of that ancient. All right. So let's see here. And just to let you know that what I'm going to be showing you today, only we have it. Only the UPK has this. You see what I'm saying? This none of the other Israelite groups, the fake Jewish people, Salakia, but none of they have this information. These secrets are revealed, you know what I mean, to the Most High's chosen. You know what I'm saying? And I'll make sure to get the scripture for that as well. But these, we got the meaning for each letter, and I'm gonna try to break that down for y'all today. All right. So we kind of started last week. You know what I mean? And we started with the I, and we broke it down. Put this on mute. Y'all let me know if y'all can't hear me, man. Hold up. All right. Y'all let me know. Hey, Shalom, how about some y'all Shabbat Ritazayan? You know what I mean? Yeah, get your watch on, man. Keep watching because, like I said, one day you're going to be up here reading. You know what I mean? And it's a struggle the first time, but you get it. You get it. You know what I mean? But we're going to make sure that we kind of break it down and get as much as we can. You know what I mean? So, Shalom on Christ to you, brother. Hey. My trusty joint here. Yeah. Trying to open up. All right. So, starting off, so we started off last week with the I symbol. All right. So that's the I. All right. And we indicated that I is, that's I, a lot. And that's for cow or cattle. All right. Cow or cattle. A lot of I's is in a lot of our names because cattle, your cow, that's your strength. You see what I'm saying? So when you use an I, when you see I, a lot of times it goes along with strength. When you see that, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to kind of get into each letter here. All right. Next word, next letter was ba. Ba. All right. Ba. Let me make that B a little bit more. All right. Ba. All right. And that ba was bayath. All right. And that's for home. All right. So a lot, cow, cattle, bayath, that's home. So that's like your tent. You turn on the side, you put that in the ground so your tent don't fly away. You know what I mean? So that's bayath. It's important to remember these. And you see what I'm saying? To understand which each letter is meaning. You know, there's the alphabet, the English alphabet, it's simple to a certain extent, but they don't have no meaning. They just put sounds together. But when we was putting our alphabet together, it was based on what we were seeing. You know what I mean? Each letter has that meaning. Like for instance, the I didn't original, and this is the ancient. Like the ancient is one of the oldest written Hebrews, one of the oldest. But it wasn't always like the I actually looked more like this. You know what I mean? It actually looked more like that in the original, in its origination. It looked more like that. So it changed. Maybe one day I'll get a little bit more, I'll get some more information and I'll try to see if I can get the original and how it actually originally looked. But of course, over time, this is the Paleo Hebrew. All right. Okay. So that's the bayath. Next up is Ga. 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 So by Ga, and Ga was Gamak. Gamak. All right, and that was for camel. So that's your camel's hump. All right, camel, gamak, not asalake, not but gamak. All right. Next up is da. And like I said, we went over this last week. I'm just kind of, reiterating on a lot of this. You know what I mean? Hey, shalom, Lord in Christ, trooping the hall. You know what I mean? Just kind of reiterating a lot of the stuff that we went over last week. I am going to get into the Assyrian today, so, you know what I mean? Deal with me a little bit here. But what I want to do, at least, is to go over each meaning of each letter. All right, so it's good for you to get these in your notes. You know what I mean? Some of us didn't even have it in the notes when we first started out here. You know what I mean? And, we building it up, and, we want to make sure that we know a lot about this, because we want to be able not just to be able to read it, we want to be able to understand it. I want to be able, when a brother tell me his name, you know what I'm saying? When Ak tells me his name, I want to be like, oh, it means this. You see what I'm saying? I want to be able to have my own dialect and build up our own slang and our own conversations. So the way that we're going to do that is we're going to get the root of each letter so that we can find out exactly what these letters mean. So when you see these words and we see these letters, you know what I'm saying, we know exactly what they mean, and then we can kind of get an idea of what it's saying. All right? So da is dalaf. Dalaf. All right? And that's for door. Door. All right. All right. Next up is ha. All right. Ha is hana. Hana. And it's behold. Behold. Like, hey, like, look at it. Behold. Behold. It's like a hand. You know what I'm saying? It's like, ta-da. You know what I mean? Like, hey, behold. Behold. You know what I'm saying? So you got a lot, cow. All right. Or cattle. Bayath, home. Camel. You know what I'm saying? Door to get into the tent. And behold, like, look at here. Check this out. All right. Next up is Y. Let's see if I can fit that. Yeah, I can fit that. So Y is right here. Y. All right. And Y is wah. 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 Not the wah that you get your gas in your hoagie. You know what I mean? Wah. All right. And wah is fork. Good night. Fork. So you can see it's like a fork. You know how like they say fork in the road? You know what I mean? This way or that way. But wah is fork. All right, make sure y'all taking this down because I don't have that much space, and eventually I'm gonna have to erase this top line. All right, so make sure y'all getting these notes. All right. Let me know if it's clear. If it's not clear, well, as clear as it's gonna get right today. All right. I think that's pretty clear. I'm looking at the screen right here. It looks pretty clear. I got my lighting right this week. You know, we're just going to keep getting better and better with this. You know what I'm saying? All right. So next up, so that's your Abba Gada Hawa. Next up is Ka. This is the Ka symbol. Ka. All right. And Ka is Kop. Kop. And that's palm. It's like the palm of your hand. You see what I'm saying? Like the palm of your hand. Ka, kop, palm. All right. All right. Next up is La. Of course, we learned this last week again. Pretty simple. Looks just like an L. La. And La is Lamad. And that's for learn. All right. Pretty simple. Abagada Hawazaka. Uh-oh, wait a minute, I missed something. That's my Tayaka. Where's my Taya? Salakia. Got this on the other one here. All right, so I make sure I get the Ta and the Ya. All right, so because before we get to La, let's see. Yeah, it's a couple things. Ka, missing that. Bear with me just a moment. Oh, shoot. You know what? I skipped the whole line. Let me go back. I knew I was missing something. See, that Ka threw me off because Ka and Ka, it sounds the same, but let's just go back a little bit. I went right to the next line. So actually, Abagada Hawa, Za is next. Za. Salakia for that. Za. Za. Za, and it's Zayan. For weapon. Oops. I'm tripping. All right. Weapon. Where you said Salakia, is that man? Where you at? Was it the one I erased? Ritazayan? It probably was the one I erased. Which one you was talking about? You said, is that mine? Let me see. Hana. So I'm gonna go back here. It's Alap, Bayaf, Gamak. That's a K. Dalaf, Hana, Wawa, and for Za is Zayan. Zayan. Maybe that was the one. Yeah. Zayan with a Y. All right, and that's for weapon. You know what I mean? That's your weapon right there. You probably grab it from the middle right here. You know what I'm saying? Zayan. All right. Next up. Okay, Khan. Next up is Ka. Ka. All right. Ka. All right. And ka is for kawama. Kawama. So ka wa ma. Kawama. All right. And that stands for wall. See how that look like a wall? Stacks on them, stacks on stacks on stacks. All right. So you got your cow, you know what I mean? So you can do your plowing, you do all your work around the crib, you know what I mean? Till the land, eat. You got all that with your cow. You see what I'm saying? That's your power. Allah. You know what I'm saying? That's your part. Then you got your crib, your home, by Yath. All right. You got your whip, your camel. You need a door on that house. You know what I mean? Door for security. Keep that door closed. All right. Behold, like, look here. Look over there. Look at all them animals right there. You see what I'm saying? You got your fork so you can eat. Stab. Might can fish. You know what I mean? It's like a hook. You know what I mean? Do all that with that. Zaya so you can chill. That's your weapon. And then Ka. You walk. All right? Next up is Ta. 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 All right, and that's for Tana. 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 All right, and that is bag. Bag. So this is like basket. You see what I'm saying? Our ancestors, when they used to make the basket and everything, they wove in the basket. This is the start. You know what I mean? We're moving them together. So this is like you can hold things. Your bag, your carrier, tie. It's like a hold, like you're holding something. Bag. Some of y'all might have tie in your name. You see what I'm saying? And that tie, not tie, because I see you got Ratazan, you have Taza. We're gonna get that. We're gonna get to that soon. You know what I mean? But tie would be more like hold. You know what I'm saying? Like a bag. I'm still learning. You see what I'm saying? I'm still learning. I'm, making sure I get with the brothers so I can get more information. So as I get it, I'll make sure that I put it out there. We're gonna learn this together and get this all the way together because it's important. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm taking this serious because I want to make sure that I'm able to not just read it, but I want to understand what I'm reading. Sure, I can flip back and forth to King James, the 1611, but you want to be able to understand it as you read it and as you speak it. Some of us going to Rosetta Stone and learning Spanish, see if they got that for Hebrew. And he probably teach you how you probably be talking like that though, because they ain't gonna teach you the real deal. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna get in the UPK. All right, Ty. Next up is Kataya. Kataya is Ya. All right, so Ya is sideways like this. line, just like that. Ya. Ya. And ya is yad. For hand. And hand, this is like he's like that. See what I'm saying? Like he's, see my finger? I'm trying to get it. It's like that. And you see right there? It's like he's holding something like that. So that's the hand. That's the ya. Pluck. Plucking. Hand. All right. Ya. Yad. Yad. All right. Next up is the ka. So I had this up here earlier. So I'm put this up here again. So this is the ka. Ka. And this is, as I said, this was palm. And that was cop. Palm. Next up was la. And that was lamad. And for learn. All right, so I'm gonna give y'all a second here. Make sure that y'all get that down. All right, so your abagada hawaza katayaka lamana la. Abagada hawaza katayaka la. As you can see again, we're going what? Right to left, not left to right. Right to left. Right to left. They try to mess us all up. We probably should be driving on the right-hand side. You never know. Probably should be driving on the right-hand side. In other countries, you drive on the right-hand side. But here in America, we drive on the left-hand side. We probably bass backwards. We don't even know. Get it? Bass backwards. Get it? But yeah. So, there we have it. All right. I give y'all a second to get that down. Second here. While y'all looking for that. I'm gonna get a So I'm going to read, this is just to get some scripture here. This is Amos chapter 3 and verse 7. So like I said, these what we have here, this whole thing that we bringing out today, UPK has this, man. You see what I'm saying? This is one of those secrets that's been revealed to the UPK. Not everybody has these or the original images of these letters. UPK does, or what they mean. Don't let anybody fool you. It came from UPK. Like I say, even those that Yiddish, when they speak in Yiddish, understand they're not changing the letters. You know what I mean? Of course, they're using Assyrian, but what they're doing is changing how it sounds, how they say it. You know what I mean? So they use va, you know what I mean, instead of ah. You know what I mean? They use different things like that. All right, so this is Amos chapter 3 and verse 7. And it says, surely the Lord God will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. You know what I mean? That's you, black man, Hispanic, Native American man. That's you who decided to come up in the ISUPK and learn this truth under Commanding General Yohanan. You see what I'm saying? That's who the Most High revealeth these secrets to. You know what I mean? Because it's going to be our responsibility, our duty to raise up this nation. No one else's. That's why we must be perfect. That's why we must do this thing the right way, so that we can be example unto our brothers and unto our sisters. You know what I mean? All right. 1 Corinthians 2 and 10. But God hath revealed them unto us by his Spirit. For the Spirit searcheth all things, yea, the deep things of God. Take the time to study these things. Study to show yourself approved. You know what I mean? Don't just sit there and watch a battle or watch, you know what I mean, when it's all good. Take the time to learn these things, man. Learning Lashawan Qadash is tough. It's rough. You know what I mean? Get yourself in class and learn that Lashawan Qadash. You know what I mean? Take the time to take back your heritage and take back your language. I know I say that all the time, but again, it's highly important. You know what I mean? Listen, let me tell you something. I love watching Shayna's Plug, big debate going on this weekend in New York. You know what I'm saying? I already know Captain Zariak going to smash this dude, you know what I'm saying, on his Africa good for our people. You see what I'm saying? And it's going to smash. And, you know, the dude, the one boss, I never always swear he got somebody else for UPK, but understand he not with us, but he is for us. You see what I'm saying? He like General Muhammad had brought out this past Thursday. You see what I'm saying? Let them go ahead and believe what they want. Let them go ahead and bring these dudes forth and think that they're going to challenge the UPK or come against the UPK. They are for us. Because even myself came into this truth watching Captain Cesario dismantle some of the dudes that, you know, Sinetta tried to bring forth out the woodworks to battle against the UPK. Some of the things that I saw from these other fake Israelite groups and how I saw how they broke down scriptures, and it was nothing compared to how the UPK broke down scriptures. They are for us. They set it right up. It's like an alley-oop. They just toss them in the air, and then we slam dunk it. We take them up. So they're not with us. They for us. All right. No sign of Christ. All right. So I hope y'all had that time to get that down. That was a quick little scripture intermission. Scripture intermission real quick. So let's get to the rest of the scriptures here. I mean, Salakia, the rest of the words. Letters. So we stop that lie. Actually, you know what? I'll do this for y'all because this was up here for a minute. I'll leave this up for a little bit longer. I'll leave that bottom line there a little longer. Go ahead. So is that a lie? So this is the second line. So we had I to Y up here. So that's not gone. So we just keep continuing on. I just left this up here again, just so that y'all can have it for your records and, you know, continue to write those down. All right. So continue on here. Now, after lie, all right. After lie is my. My. All right. Now, my Ma. Shouts out to Hebrew Academy. Ma is Mayan. Mayan. I mean, if I got any Hebrew Academy folks out there, go ahead and tell me what that is. Oh, Salakia. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Good night. My yum. My yum. My yum. All right. My yum is water. Water. Boy, I tell you, boy, that first boy, you feel that thing go all the way down. You feel that thing go all my yum. Okay, sir, can I get some of my yum? Didn't I tell you not to? The pot. Ooh wee. Man, listen. Ooh wee. My yum. Shout out to my brothers, you know what I mean? Tashiyam, Matazia Allah, Robert Carr, Delaware. Shout out to my brothers in Philly, you know what I mean? Yediah, Carr, all my brothers, man. Listen, man. Shamar, listen, man. Love them brothers, man. Love all my brothers, man. We gets it in, man. Got one more day. One more day. My yum. Water. All right. Next up is nah. Nah. Nah is nawan. All right. And that is sprout. Sprout. Appreciate y'all hanging in there with me, man. Sprout. Next up is sa. Sa. And that is samak. Samak. All right. And that is establish. Ooh-wee. Establish. That's deep. All right. Next up is I. I. And I is ayan. And that is I. Simple as that. I. So I. All right. Like y'all can see, you literally can see it. You know what I'm saying? You can see the eye. Sprout. My yum. Water. come running out the sprout. All right. Next up is pa. Pa. And it's pa. And that's for mouth. Pa, mouth. It's like from the side. Like if I was to draw a person, it'd probably be something like the nose. You know what I'm saying? That's the mouth. Like, ah! You know what I mean? That's the mouth right there. Pa. Right. Pa. Next up, now this one tripped me out right here. This one tripped me out. Taza. Taza. And Taza Tazad. So Taza, Tazad, Tazad, and this is side. Hey, Shalom, Just Star and Pate. Shalom, Lord in Christ. Side. So the Tazad, side. All right, Tazah, side. So I'm saying getting those root verbs, the root of these letters. All right, so make sure y'all get that down. Of course, like I always like to say, technology is a good thing. If you didn't, it wasn't here in the beginning, hit that rewind button so that you can get the first few letters. All right. Most High in Christ, sis. Most High in Christ. Shalom. Shalom around with Thumba Shem Yahshua. It's important, right? We gotta make sure that we get this info, right? You know what I'm saying? And I learned from the best. I learned from my teachers. You know what I'm saying? I don't go and do anything on my own. I go and learn and try to get as much information as I can, and of course bring it back here on Friday. You know. And like I said, this is the beginning. That some of the other classes are more advanced. You know, for some of the brothers, if there's any brothers that's watching this right now, for the more advanced classes, Philly is really, really good. New York is amazing. You see what I'm saying? So, but yeah, definitely. Tazalaya, Shalom, Lord Christ. Shalom, Yahar Shema, come by Shem Yahshua. The water for joining in. All right, so I'm going to erase this bottom line because it's been up here for a minute. All right, and I'm going to continue on here. Like I remember that I was a slow note taker in class, so I'm doing this right here. This is something I learned from one of my teachers because I used to hate when they put the thing up and then they erase the whole thing. You'd be like, dang, I ain't getting none of that. And they used to be like, all right, I'm going to erase this part. Just hurry up and get that right there. Hurry up. Stop trying to be so cool and sit in the back. Sit in the front. All right. So we left that Taza. Next up, we pretty much is we getting pretty close here. Taza Kwa. Taza Kwa. Kwa. So this is your Kwa symbol. Taza Kwa. All right. And Kwa is Kwawash. oh, wait. Kwawash. You know what Kwawash mean? Share. Share. Can y'all see that? Share. Don't be so stingy. Share. All right. Next up, and I remember I told y'all about this before, that this was one of my letters that I used to always get confused when I first started out because it was so simple and it looked like another letter. You think this is something, wait till you see a Syrian. This is Ra. Ra. And Ra is for Ra'ash. Oops. I knew I was wrong on that. Yeah, Ra'ash. And that is for head. Share head. Side. This is a man laying on his side. Taza. So it's a man laying on his side. All right. Next up, Shan. So it's Sha. Sha. All right. And that's Shan. And that is for teeth. Somebody has some Langoliers right there. Look at them teeth. Look at them toofuses. Teeth. Hope your teeth don't look like that. Teeth. All right. Matter of fact, here you go. Here, so it don't look so bad. Not like this. This ain't your smile, but this is like, bam. See that there? Look like a tooth right there, right? See, simple. Tooth. Take that off. Oh, that's what that is. All right, teeth. And last but not least, thigh. Thigh. That's too much like an X. Hold up, Salakia. I want y'all drawing X's. Hey, where you learn that from? Isaiah Ward. Isaiah Ward told me that the thigh looked like an X. Thigh. All right. And thigh. Tawa. Guess what that is? Sign. All right. Give y'all a second to get that down. All right. So those are the roots. That's the root of each letter. Now you got the root of each and every single letter in the Hebrew alphabet there. Keep that for your records, because we're going to eventually we're going to go into how words can stem off of these words. I mean, sprout, sprung. You see what I'm saying? Teeth, gnash, bite. You know what I mean? Like different types of things. So when you see these, it's like, oh, okay. So if shy is in this word, then it could be shy meaning this, or like za. What was za? Za was Za was Zion weapon. You know, I. You know what I'm saying? So eventually you learn these root words, you learn some of the break-offs, and we'll be learning more and more as we go along, so that we can finally see how these words flow together and how to actually speak Hebrew. All right, give y'all a couple more moments with that. All right, and then what I want to do is I'm gonna go right into the Assyrian. Time we got, time check, 8 o'clock on the dot. 8 o'clock on the dot. All right. So make sure y'all get that down. Give y'all a couple more. Y'all should have got this down, so I'm gonna start erasing this, and I can start on the Assyrian up here. All right. So y'all got the roots. You got the root there. So last week I also showed y'all how to write the Lord's name. You know what I mean? I can't help it, sir. So like I tell you, I'm gonna learn how to write that in Hebrew. You know what I mean? I can't help it, man. My rib was telling me about that shit. It's like, you say that too much. Like yada mean. Can't help it, man. It's that Philly that I've been in Delaware for over 10 years and I still can't get rid of that. You know what I mean? Yada mean. How you say yada mean in Hebrew? You're like, well, actually, you actually say it, yada mean. Oh, man. Shalom, Lord Christ, sir. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh. Yeah, man. As always, man, it's always good to be up in here, man. I love being around. My brothers love being in the school. You know what I mean? Never can stop learning. Even when we're teaching, I'm learning. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, buddy. All right. So let's get to the nitty gritty. Let's get to the Assyrian. All right. The Assyrian, ooh-wee. So Assyrian is, to me, is a little tougher. Hey, shalom, tashayam, shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh. Hey, tashayam, man. Ma is my yum. Ma, the root of ma is my yum. You know what I'm saying? That's yum, know what that's about. Ooh-wee. All right. So let me get right into it. So the ancient, like I said, to me, it was a lot easier. The Assyrian gets a little tougher. The reason why Assyrian to me is a little tougher is because some of the letters, they look the same. And then some of the letters, they actually have how you write it in the beginning or middle, and then how you write it at the end. It looks different. All right. So, for instance, I'm gonna start with the I. So this is I. This is how you write. I. This is how you write I. This is how I write I. Some people might write it different. Look at that. Look at this mess. Would you look at that? Look at that. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Would you look at this? This is I. That's I. Is that big enough for y'all? Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Shamar Thaba Shamar Shah, Kanat. The water for stepping in, man. Appreciate you. That's I. Look at that. All right. Next up is Ba. And Ba, it wasn't before. The Ba is a little bit different, you know. Matter of fact, what I can do is, I tell you what. I'm going to do both. I'm going to do both for this right here. So I'm going to put my favorite up top. As Officer Knock would say, I'm racist. All right, so that's I in the ancient and the Assyrian. That's how it looks in the Assyrian. All right, Ba. In the ancient, it's like that. And the Syrian is not too bad. All right. That's Shabbat. Ancient Assyrian. All right. Next up is Ga. Ga. Remember the hump. Camel. All right. That's the ancient. They go to Assyrian. What was they doing here? That's the God. Can y'all see that? Let me know if y'all can see. I think I need to write it bigger. God. Abaga. Da. Simple enough. That's the da symbol. All right, and the da symbol in the ancient, it's like a little tricky looking number 7. So it comes in and it's smooth, you know what I mean? So it's like a line and it kind of comes back in. Hey, Shalom Lord Christ, Shalom Lord Christ, Karatazai. It's lucky if I ain't say that the correct way. Karatazai. Karatazai. Yeah. Manya Awada. That's right, Judah in the house. That's right. All right. So that's Da. Da, we know Da is part of David's name. Like I told y'all last week, what that symbol is. When we see this right here, it's not a star. That's David's signature. See what I'm saying? It's not a star. I'll be going in and be like, hey, that's a star. That's the Star of David. That ain't us. We know who do that. Yes, we know about you. We know who do that. We don't. We know that's his signet. That's his seal. All right? Da. All right? After Da is Ha. Ha. As in Yahweh. As in Yahweh. You know what I mean? We don't take the Lord's name in vain. You see what I'm saying? We don't do like some of these fake Israelite groups and put the name on hats and put it on shirts and, you know what I mean, do all sorts of crazy stuff. You know what I mean? We don't just go around saying his name. You see what I'm saying? We don't take the Lord's name in vain. When we greet our brethren, we say Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah. You know what I mean? The Lord watch over you. You know what I mean? So that's what we say. That's what we say to our brethren. But we don't do that. We don't just be like Jesus. You know what I mean? Or good God. You're like James Brown. You know, you don't hear no songs with his name in it. You know what I'm saying? Just saying it, just for GP. That ain't what GP. Are you with me? Nah, we ain't with you. We ain't with you. All right. So Ha is like this. See what I mean? Lines is a little bit different. It don't flow. It ain't as like the paleo. You know, the paleo looks a little bit. This is just look like cursive writing. Cursive writing. Who do cursive anymore? I mean, I'm gonna write a whole letter in cursive. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna write a whole letter in cursive and send it to somebody just for GP. You know what I mean? Ha. Ha. All right, next up, why? Why? So here we go with this tricky stuff in the Assyrian captivity. So you see the die, the Y looks like this. It's like a little on a slant. Starting that stuff already. See what I'm saying? See how I got the hook right here, and then the hook, and then the loop. Got this kind of goes in and swipes back out, and this one kind of just comes down. Boy, that was rough when I was studying that. Goodness gracious. All right, so that's your Y. All right, look how easy this one is. This is Za. I showed you this earlier. Za. It's simple. Za. All right, simple. And go into Assyrian captivity. Why? Because we ain't want to keep our law, statutes, and commandments. Now we getting stuff like this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Za. Za. That look like a T. That should be the tie. Za. How you feeling, Miss Sophia? Confused? All right. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and write this down here. Like I said, got technology. If you want to get it, go back, hit that rewind button, hit the like button while you at it. All right. All right. Next up, that's the Za. Next up is the Ka. Let me see. I can put that right here. I'll put that right here. So here go the Ka. Can y'all can see that? Yeah, y'all can see that. Ka. Ka. All right. Now, of course, we know this was the wall. All right. Ka. All right. Ain't too bad. Taking y'all to math class. Shouts out to the old school folks. Y'all know what that is. Ka. Where my smart people at? Where my people that paid attention in class? I'm going to sit up front. I like to learn. Ka. Ka. Wall. It's like a wall. All right. Next, oh man, this one right here. This one. Look at this. Look at this. Y'all remember this one, right? Tie. Like a basket, like a bag. Well, I guess this one ain't too bad. This one ain't too bad, you know what I mean? So this is how you do the tie. That's the tie. All right. Tie. All right. Next up is Ya. It's supposed to be hand, right? Right? Hand, right? It's like this, right? It's like a hand, right? Daggone it. Now, they did it to me again. See that? Ya. Da. And the Wa. It's just different. This one kind of goes up a little bit. This one goes out, comes back in. This one is a straight 7. Straight 7. Straight down. Just like that. What's wrong with y'all? All right. That's the Ya. And just when you thought it was safe, you get this right here. So remember this symbol here. This is a palm, right? For Ka. Right? Like the palm of your hand. But then what they do? What they do? What does that symbol look like? I'm going to show y'all later. This is the Ka symbol. Now, here's where it gets tricky. In the Assyrian, when you write in the word in the Assyrian with the letter with the Ka in it, this is how you would write it in the beginning or in the middle of the word. It's like this. But if you write it at the end, if the Ka is at the end of the word, it look like this. Ridiculous. They done did it to me again. Look, see that right there? That look like right there. Oh, and Salakia. The Ya symbol is actually, it's not long. It's short. So if I, to this side, it would be like this. It'd be like that. So if I was to write, do I got the Y? Yeah. So if I was to write Yahweh's name, Yahweh, it would be Yah Ha Wa. Oops. So lucky. I'm tripping. I'm mixing it up. Look, I'm confusing myself. Yah Ha Wa. That's how you write Yahweh's name in the ancient. How you write it in the paleo. I mean, that's how you write it in the Assyrian. Ya. Ha. What? That's how you write it in the ancient. Assyrian, ancient. And of course, we add connectors to the ancient. Ya, ha, what? All right. So this for the ya is not a it's not the same size as all the other letters. It's a short, it's small. Like that. All right. But they're messing with us with this ka. All right, because you got to remember that when you're writing it, there's no connectors in the Assyrian. When you're doing the Assyrian, there's no connectors. All right. They do Assyrian. You know, the little hats. They do the Assyrian. I mean, the connectors. They put all types of dots and what do you knows and all types of stuff at the top. Other letters. We don't do that. That's important to read because it's easy to get. I ain't talking to you. Man, just talking. Somebody listen.
I don't know what you mean by.
I don't know what you mean either.
You.
I ain't talking to you. Shut
How
up.
about a web
Shut
search
up.
for it?
Shut up. Phone just start talking. Good night. Doing some new stuff. Yes. All right. So important to know that. It's good to know the Assyrian because it's easy to get the Bible in Assyrian than it is to find one in the Paleo. They don't want you to go back to your root. All right. So so that's ka. Like I said, you got the beginning, middle, and end. All right. Next up is la. I remember how easy la was, right? La. Now, la done got a little tricky. That's the la. La. What the heck? Now I gotta draw. Now I gotta be an artist. Now I gotta draw an eagle's beak. Like, what's going on here? I had a nice little L. I was good to go. Now I gotta swig and swaggle. Right, and la was for learn. Now it's just you must learn. I don't know what's going on here. La. All right, next up, ma. And again, they want to mess with us. Ma. So ma in the ancient, upside down went M with a little tail to it. All right. For ma in the ancient, and in the Assyrian, it goes like bow, bow. This is how I write my M's. You can look it up. It might be different for some. I might write it a little bit different, but that's how I write my M. Now again, this is matter of fact. What? I ain't gotta. No, I don't have one. All right, this is the ma. Now again, this is to be used at the beginning or middle. The ma at the end of a word is like this. Ma. It's rough, man. Take these down. Write them down. Write them down. Get them in there. Get them in there. Get them in your books. Write them over and over. Get to know them. Start with the ancient or start with the Assyrian. Start whatever one you want to start with. Get it down. And, until it becomes habit. Next up is your Na. Na. All right. So the Na looks like a little bit like a backwards E. So it comes down a little bit, visits out. That's the Na. And what do you know? That's the Na in the middle, in the beginning of a word. And then, of course, if you need a Na at the end. Hey, shalom on Christ, sir. Hold on, let me do that a little bit better. All right. It's almost like a question mark with a Superman curl on it. You know what I mean? That's the Na. So at the end of a sentence, that's what you would use. All right. Almost done. We're gonna wrap it up this week just with the ancient and Assyrian. You know what I'm saying? Pick up the week next week, and like I said, we're going to learn some prefixes and suffixes and all that good stuff. How to say my, the, all that good stuff. All right. Next up is Sa. 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 All right. And Sa in Assyrian. To me, I always thought it looked like a little bit of a bomb. So it's a little hook on the end. Come around like that. That's a little too small. You have to see that. Hold on. A little hook. Like that. Go out. Yeah, so that's the Sa. And that's established. Remember how we talked about that? Sa is established. Sa established or Samak. All right. Next up, I. Simple. I, which was for your eye. You ever see an eye that look like this? See it. What am I? I don't see the eye. Eye. That's an eye. Eye. My eye look like this. I'm trying to think how that. Maybe they need to close it. Maybe I don't know. Now remember we did pa. So next up, sai, I, pa. So next is pa. Oh, that's a little too close. Let me bring it down some. Pa. But, they stole our pa and gave it to Ka. Where's Ka at? Right here. See, that's the Ka in ancient. This is Ka in Assyrian. But nah, that used to be pa. So how we writing pa? You have to go and mess it up. That's pa. And of course, this is one of those letters where you use in the beginning and beginning middle, right here. That's beginning middle, and this is at the end. Now, some people again they write this a little bit different. So hold up. This is at the beginning. This is at the end. Pa. All right. Next up is Taza. For side, Taza, Tazad. Taza. And Taza is like, just in the way. Let's see if I can do that. Over. I might can get it. No, I have to move it over. I'll try it anyway. Y'all see that? It kind of looks like the I, except it's more like a Y. When his leg kind of goes backwards. You know what I mean? Side. And then, of course, this is another one of those where it's one in the front, one in the back. The one in the back looks more like a Y. So it's like this, like that. Hey, Shalom Lord Christ, William Johnson checking in from Newcastle. Yeah. So this is the alphabet. This is the alphabet. This is the alphabet in the ancient up top. You know what I mean? This is the ancient, and this is the Assyrian down bottom here. The Assyrian was our alphabet that was given to us while we was in captivity. This is what they use now. You know, except they don't say it. Here you go. Drawing again. Here they don't say it like we say it. You know what I mean? They say, you know, Yiddish and you know, all that guitar. They put all that extra stuff on it. You know, this is how we say it. Abagada, Hawazaka, Tayaka, Lamana, Sa'aipa, Taza. All right? Taza. Next up is Taza Kwa, which is QA. All right? And this almost kind of looked like the Taza in the Assyrian. In the ancient. You see how that kind of looks like that? It's like an R that don't finish. So Kwa. We're done with the beginning, so it's only really, how many letters is that? Ka, Ma, Na, Pa, and Taza are the ones that, have the beginning and the end. All right. Next up is Ra. Now, remember I told y'all Ra was my struggle in the ancient. Well, guess what? It did it to me again. All right, because you see how the Ra and the Ba, they look alike. It just ain't got the hook on it. All right, and remember Ra means head, Ra'ash. All right, so Ra, and then Ra for the Assyrian is like this. Oops, that's too swervy. Back here. All right. So it's not like the N. It's kind of like the Na, except it don't have that Superman curl on it. It's just like that. But again, the Ra, the Ka ending, the Ya, Da, Wa, they all have this look like a 7. All right. Next up is Sha. This is simple enough. This is probably the easiest one to do. Sha. I think last week I actually got it mixed up and made it the ancient. So this is the Sha. Because remember, Sha is teeth. All right. So Sha in the ancient, in Assyrian, goes like this. That's a Sha. All right. And of course, last but not least, is that Tha. All right, and the Tha is kind of like the Ha, except it connects like the Ha and the Ka, kind of like that, except it got a little leg on it. And that's it. All right. Daggone right, William Johnson. Daggone right. Them fake Jews. You know what I mean? The ones that be wearing the curly suit hats and the marshmallow hats. Them dudes. Walking around with strings hanging from the sides of they look like keychains. You know, back in the day, you used to play ball, you used to put your keychain with your shorts and the keychain be hanging out. And had your favorite team. That's what they be looking like. Going around Hatui, you know what I mean? Saying Most High's name, spitting. All right? So that's the Hebrew, Lashawan Qadash. That is the alphabet. You know what I'm saying? A to Tha. All right, so make sure y'all get that. Like I said, good thing about technology, if you just coming in and you need to copy this all down, look, hit that rewind button, hit the pause button. Make sure you get all that down. In the beginning of the class was very big too, because I was able to get the root of each letter. You're going to want to have that in your notes too. You know what I mean? Because that's going to come in handy a little bit later when we're trying to understand, what names are. You see what I'm saying? So that being said, I'd like to give a courtesy salute to my brethren, men of Israel, Man Shabbat, Amijim, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakathon. Yasmatah. Give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Sar, men of Israel, Man Shabbat, Amijim, Barak, Yahweh Shamar Alathamba Hashem Yahushua. All right. Yo, I appreciate y'all coming in, checking in, getting some information. The water just are in pay. You know what I mean? Excellent class. I'm gonna keep trying to bring in some more information. This is for the beginners. As we getting it on. Make sure y'all stay tuned. You know what I mean? Rude speech, sir? Yeah. But stay tuned, man. You know what I mean? For more information coming out soon, and be on the lookout for that debate that's about to happen tomorrow in New York. So with that, Shalom Israel.